When was the first time you seen abuse between Diddy and Cassie?
Yeah, that's shit's crazy. It was actually in Cassie's apartment, and like we was in the middle of a free golf, um, and like the way her apartment is set up, like you see how I'm sitting on a couch right here, like maybe 10, 15 feet in front of me, Cassie would be sitting against the wall with her back facing me, and she has a computer there. And so I'm sitting on her couch, she's in front of me, and there's a wall right to the left of her, right? And so um all of a sudden I hear Diddy who's in her bedroom. He's like, "Yo, babe, come here." And she's like, "Yeah, no problem, but hold on one second. I have my computer on, my personal information out on my computer. Let me just take it off and I'm coming." Yo, all of a sudden, I just see this big ass bottle of liquor come flying past her face and just hit the wall, bro. It didn't even break, which was crazy, but hit the wall and fell down. She got scared. He comes out the room, grabs her by her hair, bro, drags her off that chair and drags her into the bedroom. And I just hear, "Bop, bop, bop. Bitch, when I tell you to come here, you fucking come. Pop, pop." And she's just screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Yeah, I got crazy goosebumps right now, man. Like when I was testifying against this, bro, like not in the court, like when HSI first reached out to me about this, I like from the day that they started interviewing me all the way up to the point where we was just about to go to trial, bro. Every time I told this story, bro, I was having a fucking meltdown, bro. The guilt that I had, bro, because I just remember standing up, I'm gonna kill this fucking guy, and then sitting down like you're gonna die, bro. You're gonna die, bro. All of the fucking goons is in the next room, the next apartment right next door, bro. You know what this is, bro. You know who this is. And it's like, yo, like how the do you make what is the right decision in that case, bro? There's gonna be a whole lot of fucking, dumbass people that's gonna be like, "Yo, you supposed to go in there and beat the shit out this dude." Man, please, bro. Let me tell you something. He was beating the shit out of this woman and she kept going back. And I'm not victim blaming, bro. But what I'm saying is there was certain to be two victims in this case, and one of them was probably certain to be excommunicado altogether. And that was me. Especially with if I would have attacked that dude, like there ain't no way it ain't making the news, bro. Cause I was gonna rearrange his motherfucking face, dude. The rage that was going through me, bro. But you you just don't know what to do in that situation,
You
man.
gotta
I
be there.
stood up, I sat down, I put my clothes on, I fucking sat back down again. I'm like it's just you don't know what the fuck to do, bro. You don't know what to do. And then he has the audacity, fam, to walk out the room like 10, 15 minutes later and be like, "Yo, y'all ready?" And Cassie, this is the first time that I could say I could differentiate between Cassie not wanting to do this and not wanting to be there and actually wanting to do it and be there, right? And so for me, I was done. There was no way in hell that I'm getting hard, none of that. She started coming over to me and hugging me, and she could tell that I'm like fucking like shaking up. I'm pissed, I'm angry. And she starts trying to comfort me, bro. Like it's okay, don't worry, I'm fine. Like all of this bro, because he got up and went back in the room again. He could see that I'm not like into it.
Yeah,
And she starts trying to fucking console my ass.
yeah.
I'm sitting here like, yo, no, you. Like, what the you need to get the hell out of this. You got to run. You got to call the cops. You got to fucking do something. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. So the shit was just wild, crazy, bro. And the thing about testifying in court, bro, is that they don't. Court is interesting in that they only ask you the questions that they want to ask you. So you get only a partial part of the fucking story. You don't get this part of the situation. People will walk around and just be like, "Yo, he a pussy, he ain't do nothing, whatever, bro." Like you be in that situation and have to make a decision whether or not you know this motherfucker most likely got a gun in the next room. You don't got a gun. You know he in the fucking room. You know. his goons is probably right next door, you probably not gonna make it out of this situation. You don't know what the fuck to do, bro.
And I could follow up on that, Art, because I was in the same situation where I saw Diddy put hands on her. I saw him literally two-piece on the chest, like use the jab to measure her, follow up with the right hand, and twist his hip into that, homie. Like he literally knocked her across the room with this right hand. So, me as a man, masculine, I say, yo, homie, what the fuck you doing hitting this girl? Yo, Artie flexed on me. Real king boss, bro. Dude goes like this. What you gonna do? Six back on the couch like this, looking at me. I'm gonna be honest, I was fucked up. A man ain't never did nothing like that to me with that arrogance. It wasn't even, and like I could feel that he wasn't threatening me with a physical approach. He knew that he could erase me if I put my hands on him. So still, I'm not really catching it at the time. I caught this later, like when I reflected on it. What stopped me from attacking him was Cassie. I remember looking to my right, and she was holding her chest, but she's looking at me and she's looking at him like she waiting for me to play Captain Saver. No, shorty, I just met you. You date this man. Clearly, he been doing this because you with it. So what you waiting for me to jump out the window? Nah. Listen, I'm a New Yorker. I'm not playing that. I seen plenty of girls get assaulted and they fight back. Even if they not gonna win, they jump, they wow, oh, you hit me, da 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 da. They trying to scratch
Yeah,
through
but
all.
Cassie ain't built like that.
Listen,
Like you know that. Like you've had enough conversations with her just like I have to where she might try to act tough in these moments or whatever, but even when she's trying to act tough, bro, it's almost like when Jussie Smollett was trying to be like, yeah, and I was like, motherfuckers, like, and nobody believed that motherfucker, bro.
We don't
Like,
believe you.
no, it's the same shit here, bro. Like, she'll try to bark at you, but bro, she's so fucking soft and gentle, and like, ain't nobody believing that she doing shit. And
But
that's one. But the second thing is Diddy is literally three fucking times her size, bro. Like, there's absolutely no reason for this motherfucker to be putting hands on her, bro. And that's honestly the only reason why I'm so angry with him, bro. Because I witnessed that shit and I carry crazy guilt that I didn't do anything to fucking stop him from doing that, even though I knew I could, and I could do it very fucking well. But bro, what do you do?
But here's the thing, like I get what you're saying that she might have been like, it can't really have been her. But now that I know the full extent of what she was doing, the person I thought I knew is not that person. So I totally believe she's full of crap. She's a liar. The image of the person she presented to me, now that I know all the things that was actually going on during that 8-year period, she's a complete liar. She's not the person I thought she was. She's not the honest, humble, just dope chick I thought she was. That was all an act. Because as you can hear, my man here got the same impression of her. So it's like she had a cookie cutter image she would put on for each one of us when we came in, and it would practically be the same
The
thing.
story was the same, the
It
words was the
was.
same, but
That's a massive manipulator, bro.
I will say this
Yeah.
though, it still don't justify anybody
Oh yeah,
putting hands on her,
absolutely.
bro.
He should never have hit her.
Like
He never. She did. I never saw her do anything to justify him putting his hands on her. Never.
there is nothing, bro.
Even if she
There's
stabbed him,
nothing.
there's no reason to hit no woman. None. He just couldn't control his emotions because he's a crackhead. With all due respect, dude is doing mad drugs. He's emotional from the up and down of the endorphins. So when she does something to provoke him, like us normal men might be like, yo, my girl bugging, whatever. First thing he think is go snatch her up because he already charged up from the drugs. You know what I'm saying? But she just is guilty. If you can manipulate 30-something men into thinking they was the only one, but they wasn't the only one, you need to be in jail, shorty. Like, what are these people doing trying to build your victimhood on the backs of me and people like him who don't know about the other 28 people you sleeping with on a regular basis? How are we the nasty hoes when this girl was lying to 30 different men, having unprotected sex with them, catching STDs, lying to all of them? What is this?
Yo, Art, let me just piggyback off of that real quick, bro. You know, here's the thing, man. Everybody's gonna sit back and say, oh, these guys had options and choices and so on and so forth. But the truth of the matter is this, man. You can't refute whether or not Cassie was complicit in the regard that there were only two people that knew the full extent of what was going on here. I have had enough conversations, and this is why I'm so pissed off with her now, bro. I fucking reached out to help her when she had her lawsuit, bro, because I was like, yo, this is a chance at least for me to
Yeah.
try to do something right.
Yes.
I did not want to be involved in the criminal aspect of this because I don't know enough about any of that. And then I only witnessed domestic violence. So I'm sitting here like, yo, don't involve me in this. I had to be subpoenaed. But the bottom line is there was only 2 people that knew about every single part of this whole entire operation. And why do you think it is that they needed to tell every single one of us, you're the only one that we're doing this with? There are no other guys like that. I'm being safe. You have no worries. You can trust this. I'm going to give you my test results, but you can trust that I'm clean. I'm safe. You have nothing to worry about. And then with all the deep conversations that I'm speaking for myself that I personally had with Cassie, and we cool. We so cool. You so cool. You're a vibe. All of this. Why not tell me that I'm literally risking my life, sticking my dick in the cesspool because you got 50 other fucking guys?
That's a nice word too, cesspool.
And she knew that. She knew. See, for me, I know that even the prosecutors is gonna be like, yo, this dude is doing a straight 180 right now. Like he was so like, I'm so happy to help her. I really want to help her. It's true. They didn't tell me that there was 50 other fucking guys that was involved with this woman at the same time, bro. I was told the entire time that I'm the only guy. The only guy.
He's telling the truth. Yes, he is.
Why do that? Yo, if you just was like off the rip, yo, this is something we do. We could share STD results all day long or whatever. You have the option to do this at your own accord, at your own risk. That's one thing, bro. But they fucking lied. And I'm sitting here thinking, yo, this is just a couple that has unlimited resources that, they want to involve me in this interesting, situation part of their lives that I don't know anything about it, but okay, it's fun. These are some mega superstars, right? Okay, I'll fuck with this for a little bit, but I would not have done that had I known the amount of fucking guys that this woman was involved with. That shit is dead wrong, bro. And she knew all the guys that she was involved with.
And you know what's funny? I was listening to him talk, and that's the first time I heard that she called him after I won that freak off and told him that the other guy was gone, which showed you the masterful manipulation of this woman. She pays me like $8,000 thinking that I won this competition.
He still think he won. He keep on, yo, when I won this competition, this motherfucker, I'm sitting here like, what did you win?
You know what I won, Art? I won an STD for
chlamydia, motherfucker. I will not take that consolation prize, bro. Yo, my dude. My God, bro. That shit is funny, man. Oh, man.
Yo, bro. Yo, as the law student, the person, I think I was talking to you about this. Cassie is complicit in a multi-year sex trafficking conspiracy, and the U.S. Attorney's Office allowed her to get away with it to destroy Diddy. They knew she was lying. They verified the fact that she forced herself on me on her menstrual cycle. They knew about Daniel. They knew about the Punisher. They knew about me. They knew she called the Punisher. They called my man the Punisher, but he went to see her one day. He couldn't get the job done. She called me to come finish off the job. This is a girl who had a massive conspiracy and networks of male providers, because everyone wasn't an escort, providers of her that she was making everyone think that they were the only one, and she's manipulating us into sex. In order to have a RICO, bro, you have to have 2 predicate acts, and it has to be a continuing criminal enterprise violating the law. Cassie's guilty of she's guilty of human trafficking, and she's guilty of commercial sex act. That's 2 of the predicate acts. That's the same thing they tried to catch Diddy with. How is Cassie able to get on the stand, lie about being urinated in her face, which I'll let this guy tell you about in a second, and get up there and play a victim, lie on me, say that Diddy made her have sex with me after she overdosed? The U.S. Attorney's Office knows she's lying, but they purposely hold me back from the trial because they know I wrote a book about her, and then they only ask him specific questions because they know that the defense defense doesn't know how to come at him. And that's how it works in a federal trial. You can only answer the questions that the defense or the prosecutors ask you. You can't elaborate. So if they say, well, do you think she was involved? All you can say is, yes, I think she was involved. You can't tell him like he's telling you now about the history. So yes, I believe, and this is what I'm seriously investigating, is that there should be a massive RICO civil case filed against Diddy and Cassie, because that was the real RICO. The real RICO was not Cassie and Jane. The real RICO was Diddy as a co-conspirator, Cassie as a co-conspirator, Jane as a co-conspirator, and myself and Daniel were the damn victims. In every sex trafficking case you read in the federal courts, the victims are the prostitutes, the dope-head white girls. Forgive me, beautiful white women out there, Hispanic women, Haitian women, whatever you are. You're selling box, you're traveling across state lines, pimps are giving you drugs. These girls are, a lot of times they be with this stuff, going cross line with pimps and stuff. It's fun. They going to Vegas, they going to Miami, they selling cat, they going on the beach all day. We didn't know Cassie was doing this. So how is there not a massive RICO conspiracy against the three of us, with us, the male escorts, as the victims? I totally believe that's the case, and that's what I'm pursuing.
Yo, Art. Also, they keep asking me. People keep asking me, do you think that she was complicit in this? As I continued reviewing, remembering more and more that's what happens when you start testifying, with HSI and the attorneys and stuff. You just remember more and more starts coming to you, because you got to remember this happened 10 plus years ago. I had a moment where I was with a model woman friend of mine, and we were staying at the Downtown Dream Hotel, and it was I believe it was a Victoria's Secret party that was going on, that Cassie told me. But I run into Cassie on the street. She got two white girls that are out there with her. They're outside the Dream Hotel smoking cigarettes and whatnot. Cassie don't say nothing to me. I don't say anything to her, right? And she sees me. She gives me this look, like, that look, like, yo, why, like, this dude is walking past with another chick, like, bad like me, like that kind of look, that jealousy look. So I brush it off. My friend is like, yo, why did she just look at me like that? My friend has no idea that I'm like, so I explain it to her when we get to the hotel room. Bro, maybe like 30 minutes to us being in that hotel room, I get a call from Cassie. And she's like, yo, are you available? I know you with your friend, but can you come and meet me? I want to see you. Diddy was nowhere around when I ran into her in front of that hotel. How do you explain that?
She went and told him she saw you.
How do you explain that? If she did not want to be having sex with me, explain that, please. And the prosecutors know about this. They put the timeline together. They have all the evidence. They already verified all of this.
Diddy got, like, I hate to say it, because I don't really care to say it no more, because I've been attacked enough on social media for having I want to say, balls to come out and sue her. But as wrong as Diddy is, as much criminality as he actually committed, he's a victim. He's a victim of malicious prosecution. The U.S. Attorney's Office, they explicitly held information back that exposed Cassie to be a co-conspirator. And that's wrong. Even if he was wrong, they could have gave Cassie immunity. She had immunity anyway, and she could have just told the truth. But to get up there and lie like that, knowing that myself, I had an 8-year history there, he was 4 or 5 years, the Punisher was 4 or 5 years. You have all this years of contact with these individual men who are clearly intelligent. None of us are drug addicts. Most of us have kids and have our lives together. This was a decade ago. Why would you expect us to lie for you? This was the stupidest thing the U.S. Attorney's Office could do, with no disrespect to them, because I don't need federal prosecutors as enemies yet. But Maureen Comey knew all of this. Maureen Comey literally stopped me from testifying 3 days before the trial because of the book I wrote about Cassie, victim or co-conspirator. She tells me she doesn't want me to feel uncomfortable. She knows this is hard for me. Excuse me? What are you talking about? Allegedly, this girl is saying that he made her have sex with 50 guys, and you're still putting her on the stand. You don't want to put me on the stand because you know what I'm going to say about her. That's why. And bro, they scrapped me from the trial 3 days before the trial. That's why I got scrapped, because of my book, and they knew I was going to bomb Cassie, and I was telling the truth.
What's interesting is that I still have grace for her, though.
Yeah,
I still,
Maureen?
no,
Oh,
I'm talking about Cassie.
yeah.
Like, for me, I'm I have come to that consensus that, yo, bro, she was complicit. But I think back to all of the testimony that I gave and stuff, and it's like, you know, I guess there's a healthy fear in me that what if I'm wrong?
Mm.
But then I start asking myself, thinking further and deeper into the like that would happen, like what I explained to you in front of the Dream Hotel. And it's like, how the can I possibly be wrong? How can you explain that Diddy was nowhere around to force her into doing this freak off? She saw me with another model, and all of a sudden, looked like she got jealous, and then all of a sudden, I'm being contacted to go meet her.
Yo, bro, she did the same thing to me. I told you when she called me, she flew me out to Beverly Hills. It was my anniversary with my chick. This is my woman. I've been with her for years. Cassie knew I had a girlfriend. She calls me up, yo, you want to come see me in LA? It's my anniversary. I can't. I want to come see you. It's a bag. Of course I want to go. I said, let me come tomorrow. Let me at least spend today with my girl. What? You trying to dead me for some basic bitch? She gets mad, starts trying to clown my girlfriend. This is my actual woman, the woman that I'm talking to her about that I'm in love with. Yes, okay, I'm sleeping with Cassie. Cassie's paying me for what I'm giving my girlfriend for free. Like, I used to go sleep with Cassie, go home and have sex with my girlfriend for like another day because I would sleep with Cassie so long I would never ejaculate. So I'm going home because the woman I love, she does it for me. Cassie don't do it for me. Cassie gets so mad, she starts threatening me. Diddy finally is the one who tells me, like, yo, she mad. If you don't come, you agreed to be her only guy. Because they actually set me down, made me show them results, and told me I was going to be the only guy and that I had to show them results every month. I saw them, and she was going to show me her results, and me and her were going to have sex to satisfy her need while Diddy watched. And we had a great relationship for years. I felt like we kind of became friends in the room. You know, you be with people doing all this stuff for years. She and I are spending hours talking on the couch. I'm holding his girl like she mine while he over in the corner smoking weed. This is the environment which Daniel confirmed because
That's the illusion, bro.
that's the illusion. He went through the same thing. She's laying on his lap. He's cradling her. She's making him think that he actually matters and he means something. The truth is, no, she waiting for you to finish to call in 3 more guys. That's wrong, bro. And the fact that the government let her get away with this disgusting lie, how are we supposed to believe in our own justice system, bro? This is what they're doing to rich black men. They're trying to turn something that we normally do. Any wealthy man, even white men do this. We see beautiful women, you got money, you might talk to her, they fly to come see them. You're not giving her money, paying for her like a prostitute. You just want to take care of her because you like her. Now you're going to turn that into sex trafficking cases against every successful man on the planet. The best thing that ever happened for law enforcement and for the entertainment industry is Diddy beating that Rico. If they had convicted Diddy for that Rico, there would have been about 40 other CEOs in the hip hop industry on trial. Because tell yourself the truth. Who hasn't flown a girl out with money? We all did it. I did it at one point in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I flew a girl from California 2 decades ago. Yo, you bad. Come see me. Blah, blah, blah. We all do it. We're not paying these girls like prostitutes. You a man. You like her. You want to take care of her. You want to show her you could take care of her.
Hell,
So
bro, with these modern chicks, bro, like that's a requirement a lot of the
Yeah,
times, bro.
that's a
Like,
prerequisite.
you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
prerequisite.
Like, yo, we gotta have a first date in another state, bro. Like,
You taking me to Applebee's? I ain't going to
where
Applebee's.
we going to Miami, bitch. Like, what you talking about?
Yeah. So you know that's the
funny, man.
situation, and that's wrong. Like this situation has truly disgusted me of the American judicial system. How Me Too is fake, and I'll say that publicly. Me Too is fake. Me Too is a tool used by women and powerful people to destroy other powerful people. Because now I've come out. My lawsuit came out against Cassie. What? 2 months ago. Her attorney has
Yeah,
been
2 months,
about
2
2
months
months ago.
Yep.
Yo, what about our Me Too though? Because I feel low.
I'm getting that.
I feel low down like a dumbass though, bro. Because I done went into some of these hotels and saw like what looked like used as towels all over the floor. The couch is already doused in baby oil.
Fingerprints on the table.
Astro Glide is this low and my dumbass was dumb enough, bro, to literally be like, yo, nah, that they was just getting a freak on before I got here, and I came a little late.
Yep.
Nah, motherfucker, it's me too, because it was me, and then that other guy too, and then that other guy too, and then that other guy too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, bro, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like this shit is wild, bro. It's wild. It's highly embarrassing.
Highly embarrassing.
It blew up a lot of our lives, bro. I was deep in my profession. I own a construction company. Started losing contracts left and right. Like, you know, this wasn't fun. And, you know, I haven't heard from the fucking prosecution team at all.
Yo,
I haven't heard from anybody, bro.
I ain't heard from them people since that day I told you that they didn't want me to go through the trauma of testifying. They so foul. They told me, you know something, Mr. Howard, we gonna call you in next Thursday for witness prep. Next Thursday, I'm still waiting for next Thursday. Next Thursday might be 3 days from now. You dig what I'm saying, homie? They never called me back after she read the chapters of that book. Come on, how you do that? You don't check to make sure we okay. You don't check to make sure how we are dealing with the media, considering the media is calling us the, excuse my language, that Cassie actually is. We're receiving the brunt of the disgusting treatment, being nasty, being dirty. Ew, these guys were nasty. The truth is, she's the nasty one. I didn't know he was still sleeping with her. He didn't know I was still sleeping with her. Neither one of us knew the Punisher. I didn't know the damn Punisher at all. I didn't know the other guys, none of this. So how are we the ones being disrespected, being attacked, and this girl got $30 million, and Me Too won't attack her for all the men she manipulated, but they'll attack Diddy for beating a woman, but they won't attack this woman for manipulating dozens of men in the sexual encounters, and every one of us has said we don't think Cassie was forced to do this. Yes, she was beat, but none of us saw her in a position where Diddy was like, yo, you better suck that dick, I'm gonna punch you in your head. Yo, why you acting like you don't want to do this? Get your ass in the room, and making her do it. Never saw that. Did you?
Yo, did he ever say in front of you, yo, y'all need like if you playing around with Cassie too much or whatever, he's like, yo, y'all need to stop playing around. Y'all professionals,
Yes,
man.
he
Like,
did.
yo, he ever say that
Yes,
shit
he
to you? But he use that word like y'all need to stop. Y'all are
Y'all-
professionals. Yeah, bro. Almost every word verbatim, bro, that I have heard in these situations, man. Like we started talking like a week ago, bro. Like maybe 2 weeks ago, man. And we talk every day now. And we're just coming back with oh shit. And when I start, you know, going over my situation, he's like, bro, yo, and he'll stop me dead in the middle of my sentence. You about to say this. And I'm like, how the fuck you know that? And after a while, we just knew how we know that. It's like a script that was written out, man. Like they selling a product and they reading a script. The words are the same, the situation's the same, the setup is the same. Everything's the same, bro. Everything is the same.
Now, Art, hearing this from him and hearing this from me, you're not an attorney. You don't think these damn prosecutors realized that Cassie was lying?
Oh, they know that she lying, bro. They know.
They knew she was lying, bro.